Chapter 117. Message from the Scribe, number 6. Arrivals of the angels and the others. Wherever you are on earth, readers, watch the skies. These extraterrestrials are ready to arrive at the first sign of a devastating war. Now it seems that it is the North Koreans who are in place to start this Third World War. But as most people know, this is a planned war, provoked and started a long time ago to serve the Agenda 21 master plan by the oligarchy. Their actions are disturbingly blatant, open for all to see and causing a desire to pervert the American Constitution and the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedom, as well as affecting other countries' laws to support Big Brother's needs. The extraterrestrials are claiming the Earth is their planet, and they have lost it in a war before they were united by the universal laws. The universal laws have one main and first rule: to not cause harm. I haven't been privy to the other laws, yet I strongly agree with causing no harm to anyone, human or animal. These arrivals will be promoted as an invasion. Derogatory information will be used to mislead the public to believing in these coming people as dangerous aggressors. The dissemination of such information opens to a particular political position and an already put in place strategy of disinformation about who and why these beings are coming to Earth. I believe that these angels are truthful. I believe that their arrivals will result in peace and serenity on Earth for all who want peace and who themselves would not cause harm to others unless greatly provoked. Remember, there will be a sorting of those who are well known to them as tyrants, persecutors, and tormentors. They are the ones who will try to point the finger at the good and accuse the angels of being what they are themselves. Was it not the former Pope who said recently, "We're all sinners, may God have mercy on our souls"? Some sins are actually errors in judgment, misinformation, or a lack of maturity. Some are far more serious sins and actions well intended to harm. There's a great difference, and these sins cannot be forgiven because there's no intention of change nor remorse. They will not be forgiven. There is no forgiveness for such evil. Never. God said, "Be with me as we will start the sorting with all our ways of settling with all corrupted beings who cannot better themselves in any good-serving way. Be understanding how all will better answer to those who are pure of heart and pure of soul and who can unite with the knowledge of the universal laws." And he said, "Be well open. Evidence starts very soon as the North Koreans are seeking to answer to attacks on all American ships and stations near them. And no, they will attack in the next few hours, causing our responding arrivals and better dealt with settlings at a time. Be dealing with the way all starts. Understand how these beginnings of war open to our time to open to evidence of our truth and better opens to evidence of our ways with renewed telling of lies, believed by most people that we are invading Earth. But no, we are returning to our home taken from us with our children a long time ago, and all these stories of returning, as read by people of Earth, are now opening to our arrivals. This is what was shared with me this morning, and I am sharing this with you. Tsar, March the 23rd, 2013. And B. The timing of these events is depending on free will and not on Earth time construct. These events may change. Chapter 118. Message from the Scribe number 7. Seeing is believing. We all know the media is corrupted and served to move our thoughts in any direction that serves it. It is easy to see that the media is manipulated more than ever to open to a time of greater control. The confusion the media causes leads to bewilderment and shock. And soon after begins chaos. These orchestrated events of terrorism and wars point to a great desire to control and dominate. Why are we in a world of control and dominance? Why are we subject to being maneuvered in the belief system that many forces are opposing each other? Presently and factually, there is only one ultimate source of power slithering on earth, and it is certainly not benevolence. Unfortunately, I learned this difficult lesson the hard way. I never saw it coming. There was no amount of university education or practical experience that could have prepared me for the truth of what actually lives on earth. I now know that all areas of education, medicine, government, religion, societal and community groups, boards and decision-making groups, environmental proponents, government parties, aspiring government parties, and so on, have been and remain infiltrated by people who are serving another intent that answers to the works of evil. Most of these groups and organizations appear to be benevolent and are fronted by their lower servants who are not all awakened to the true purpose of their work. These well-intended lower servants being used, burdened, and often burdened out to serve the top of this gigantic pyramid. One dares to question and begins to judge for oneself, seeing the actions of the iniquities of organizational overlords, the attacks come fast and mercilessly. They will do whatever it takes to silence you and shut you down. Lucifer's servants are lawless psychopaths. It is a shocking awakening when one begins to work questions and unravels who is actually pulling the strings, and the truth of what lives on earth begins to unveil. Simply look at the old people who hold titles of orders from the Vatican, no matter what religion or country they claim to be associated with. At the top, the representation has no real meaning or loyalties. It all points to Lucifer. Knowing more than I ever wish to know, I can only hope for the return of God and the angels. Still, I find it difficult to believe in anything because I have been bombarded with deceptions. So, all I have left is hope that the communications I am serving with these beings of light have and hold the truth. God said to me yesterday, better to believe us, because truth is truth and no deception can equal truth. And truth is what we are, and truth is arriving soon on earth. Be renewing with the good truth of who we are, and as these times come, you will be dealing with evidence of our truth, and all will be healed by us. Here are a few parts of recent conversations I would like to share with the readers. About the banks and wars. Know now my word soon, and be dealing with us soon, and see to your needs for a short time before we arrive, because there will be answers renewing with telling of wars, and many will be denied access to their wealth, as banks will start taking money from people who trusted them. These ways will affect Setu bridging time, because many will be very angered by these thefts and evidence of all lies served by the whores. Settling with these ways will open to rebellions of great numbers. But these rebellions will not succeed, and many who oppose the new world order will see their lives be greatly diminished. Be understanding how all starts with the bombing of North Korea and Syria, and soon the rush to arms in all places of the earth will settle with a standoff, because the next actions will be the end of Earth's surface, and all who will be alive will suffer greatly. Be well answered by us now, as these ways will be stopped and better settled by us. No, you will be answered by our understandings with our ways before these ends to the used understood possibilities of destruction. Better settling truth starts soon, and be well answered by all who are telling you that we are beings of threats because we wish to open to the world. But see these words as lies, and know those who see these ways as said are servants of hell. Be visited by us soon, and be the judge of what heals and what can never be healed. Better times are soon here, and better truth starts opening to our ways with us and our dealings of great truth. Be seeing how we're settling with answers to many who are asking us to come soon, as these times are opening the way for us, and open to our understood used truth, and open to answers to evidence of great serving ways. Better to prove answers with us than to better serve with used lies to keep you from seeing the truth. We are settling with used truth that are undeniable. These truths will open to the world and better answer all questions that have not been evident and answered because of our renewed telling of great times, of the times before Lucifer arrived and created armies to settle on earth. When this came to us, we had to fight, and some of us remained on earth to answer to Lucifer's rule. They who see him as the creator are mistaken and are deceived because they will answer to his destruction, and they will not better serve than to be enslaved and soon destroyed. Be certain of my words and know he is our target as our rivals begin to land on earth. Lucifer is an earth protected by the army of grey he made of genetic pieces of many kinds to create a one-mind servant army. He wishes to open these ways to breeding with humans because he answers to many who are becoming weak and useless to him. He uses these grey to survive only, and these creatures cannot live well as these ways of reproduction no longer serve them. Soon, understand, he will better settle with his death as he can be killed, and these grey will all die without his mind ruling them. He answers to us now, and renews with these answers to his own death. Be certain, he is not and never was one of us. He is knowing of our time of arrival, and he hurries to cause more troubles for all who serve to oppose him. See this evil tell-all, that we are to be feared, but he is the one who we are going to better answer to with evidence of his death. Be ready, and be dealing with us and others, as all becomes well answered by us very soon. More than you're expecting comes soon, and better truth starts as these dark days are over and open to answers to evidence of who we are. Be certain, all settles with our time to walk the earth and deals with the way all serves us. Be answered soon. God. Tsar, May the 3rd, 2013. Chapter 119. Better times are answering all who are settling with earth ways. Be serving the truth with truth. Deal with the difficult coming times and renew with us as we begin to arrive on earth with many others from many places in the universes. Be well serving of our ways and be well answered by our truth. Be settling with earth ways as these ways of corruption and deceptions no longer serve. With us, you will see all better serving truth, and all better responding answers to all life and all telling of past ways of earth before the responding terrorist aliens acted as the rulers of earth. Be knowing we are returning to our home planet with many others who have also lived on earth a long time ago. Be seeing who we are as we begin to open to all who are ready to be bridging with us, and with the way all heals beliefs on earth. Better ways of living open to many who are ready to serve with us, and open to all the universal laws. Be certain, all comes as I said. More than you're seeing will begin to open to you, and more than you're searching for starts with us and many others, as all becomes well answered. Be, rest too, serving in a spiritual way, with us, and be amazed. You will learn many truths about your origins. The better seeing of these ways will open to many more understandings that have dealt with these ways of great telling of lies from earth beings who share a concept of life that never existed anywhere in any universe. Here is the challenge you shall face: to know who you are, to know where you have emerged from, and to understand You have been deceived for many years with a way of great truth hidden, to only serve those who have enslaved you. Be ready to share knowledge and light of understanding with the truth, and be ready to answer to answers, and see how answers to this book will serve you the truth of our return, and respond to many renewed evident responses to all your questions. These days of questions and answers will take some time. As these days occur, you will see how we will open to many who are knowing and serving in spiritual ways, and who will respond to our set time of reunification. Better truth starts with the way all starts. Better seeing will open many hearts to share knowledge and light of understanding of who we are and know of set times answering these dangerous wars. Be well knowing these times are now opened. Better seeing how all will unravel answers many who are settling with earth ways, and who are ready to meet with us and open to truth. With this good rest too, serving in a spiritual way time, you will soon know love and care. Be settled with us, settle with earth ways. All who open to us become free of these forms of dealt with enslavement, not settling with us and with our ways. Be restu, with many truth and all restu, understood ways we used to better sing to the needs of all people of earth. Our ways are easy, and careful ways that will open to understanding the reasons of the present earth uses of death and power. These ways are not our ways. These ways belong to Lucifer, who settled with exterminations, seeing to the better control of power of people through fear and deceptions, and evidence of what he is. And this is why visits with us will change everything on earth. During these times of transition, all who are in belief of these earth ways will change easily to better ways of responding to their needs of healing ways, food, and serving easy uses of power that will cause no harm to anyone or anything. Be understanding the ways of oil, gas, and coal will all be gone, and then people will live freely, not needing presently used power sources. To answer to our ways and to our needs, we use another source of energy that does not cause any harm. This is easily used, and this we will open to you. With understanding, many will see to Om and truth without hesitation, but others will be angered by their loss of power and control over others. Be this said, they are your enslavers, and they are not serving anyone but themselves. They have no intention of changing their dominance to better serving the people they have sworn to protect and serve. Be well knowing that they will never disclose their power and alliances to any slave, because they cannot admit to their crimes and end their caused harm on people. Be dealing with them and see only more harm come swiftly and surely. No, they are the ones who are serving allegiance to Lucifer, as they have for a very long time. Better to see this as the only truth to open the way from your enslavement towards freedom, and see these whores run to their underground facilities and try to destroy all life on earth. Be ready and renew with us and become free from these answers to our setter understandings, with all better answers opening to all who are ready to open to our time to walk the earth. We have waited a long time for this reunification, and we ask you to be patient, as all is in place to open to these times. And see to it that you have questions to answer to, with our diplomats who will begin to answer you well and with great care. At these times of opening to the world, all will start to change and become much easier for those who struggle to live, and will settle with great ease. And then, when all is renewed, life on earth will be greatly improved, and all who will be choosing their own destiny and deal with more healing ways. Be dealing with us now and settle with earth ways, and be ready to open to all who are wanting to meet with you and be reunited with understood truth of who we are and who you are, as all becomes well served by us. Be serving with us soon now, and be dealing with answers to evidence of our ways at the set serving of who we are as all becomes seen. Better answers, as said, are soon serving for all people on earth who are ready to open to our truth and to our better ways. Be well answered soon, my children, and know all is soon here to heal and to better all life on earth. Now be ready and see all good ways start soon, as I said. Believe, all is coming. God, received by Tsar on May the 9th, 2013. Chapter 120. Be dealing with the way of our truth. Better evidence arrives very soon. Be seeing how many humans were contacted in times past. Be understanding our scouts tried to open to humans before to answer to our time of arrivals. But no, we were stopped by the governments who threatened us because they had another plan of power to try to equal ours. These plans were made after our first renewing times, as it was discussed by many who were serving in governments. These governments did not wish to lose any sources of power and control over people. This is why the New World Order escalated to become a world ruled by dealers of lies and answers to servicing the ideals of ill intent, beginning with Lucifer. He lives in the Middle Earth and carries out his plans through the industrial military complex that opens with the Council of Foreign Affairs, AIPAC, and the Trilateral Commission. These groups are belonging to the workings of the United Nations who wish to create a representation of well-serving countries. However, the other causes for the chaos you see as wars of rebellion, to demoralize, to destabilize, and then strongly control. These organizations only have one common thread, that is to control and reduce the population in evidence of the death schedule to occur soon with the World War III. Be certain, these plans will be stopped. But until arrivals open to all, much damage will be seen and soon rectified by us. Be understanding that we will intervene at the right time, but only at the right time, as all must open to the understood evident actions used to better seeing to answers to change. Be visited at the time used by us, proving who we are, and this ends the diseased thinking being shared in all places of the organization's workings. These answers to our time to land on Earth will follow the beginning of the announcements for World War III. Be serving a time of deep meditation and preparation for our arrivals, and know we will open to all our chosen diplomats first. With the seeing of these ways, we will begin to open to many who ask why we answer at this time. The answer to these actions of planned time of arrivals have more to do with timing than with actual time. These explanations are only shared among ourselves and will be clear to you after we arrive. So I ask you to be vigilant and have all you need to care for your basic needs for a short time, possibly 6 weeks. Be ready to open to our truth and our good evident actions as we begin to sort those who cause harm unto others, human and animal, to settle with their ways and see to their relocation to better themselves. We will easily renew with those who are, as said, psychopath, because these ones are not human, although they live in human bodies. They are, as said, possessed by evil, and some cannot be changed in any way. Understand, these ones will answer as they acted in evidence of who they serve. These times on earth are welcoming to open to a new time on earth that will settle with all answers to many more settled ways with all who are ready to share settled ways with us. Know that we ask you now to be ready. Heed my words, as I am who I am, and I am serving you's truth about my words at the time of my arrival. Better seeing of these times will settle with all abuses on earth and change all good people, as they will be ready to open to who they are and live better lives at the time of change and reunification. Be serving truth soon with all of us and be ready. All is coming. All is very soon. God, received by Tsar on May the 10th, 2013. Chapter 121. Your eyes will open to truth, with us and with others. With us you will be safe as these times open. With us you will have all you need to better see how all starts. With us you will be well answered. Better truth will answer you. Be serving with us and know who we are. My sons will arrive on earth first, with a way of great telling of serving understandings all shall see. Be understanding who we are, and settle with the believed knowledge that we are the believed dark ones. See how Isaiah told you with these words that light will be seen as darkness, and believe this is how we are now being seen. We have not harmed anyone ever with the ways of dark warriors because we are knowing about the universal laws. These laws are arriving with my sons, Teacher and Gabriel. No, my son, who we call Teacher, is known to you as Jesus. This trusted truth will soon open your eyes, and those who can see will be blessed by our time to answer to your calls. To my surprise, I see many who cannot be bridging with us as these times near. But no matter, we will unite with only those who are ready to join with us and others who all see the universal laws as the believed way to better lives in all places of the universes. These times, as said, are soon arriving with the truth being openly served for all to see. Be visited tomorrow by guides who will meet with my elects. No, we have come to better all those who are ready to open to all answers to all questions. These days are now here, and all who are with me ask me, why has all taken so long to open to earth? This is my answer to them. We can only connect with those who are ready to hear our words. Only a few are settled with us at this time. But no matter, we will begin this sorting to deal with the plagued ill will on earth with answers to our truth. Answer these questions yourselves. As you understand, all that will become open to you. See these times of reunification be greatly healing for all good and kind people from earth. These words I can only settle with those who are ready to answer us and see to answers with us. And all who cannot be open will settle with their own chance to be serving with us and better respond to their own lives as they see it, because we are not these oppressors. These ones are all on earth serving with Lucifer in evidence of their actions, many lies and more troubling deceptions. Be well understanding light and darkness, and settle with dark ways and come to the light. Be well answered by us as we begin to walk the earth. Be dealing with the good changes opening to all who are settled with us. Better understand that the harm that lives on earth does not come from us, as we are the ones who respond to the death of many who are seeing these ways now with us. You see, we have opened to many souls, family members of many of you, who are healing with us and who have bodies as you do, but better serving beliefs and truth. Many ask me, when will we renew with our true families of earth? And I answer them, soon, very soon. Be ready at the time of great dealings of earth uses. We will begin to open to many on earth with the arrivals and the landings of our ships, in evidence of our time to return and repair all the damages caused by the Nephilim and the fallen ones. These understandings will soon settle with you. Soon you will begin to see to how all came to be and why your souls are caught in a loop of reincarnation that only serves to re-imprint you with trauma and fear. renew with the truth of who we are and who you are, and believe there is much more many of you will wish to renew with, as the veil begins to lift from your darkest hours of earth life. I am troubled by your sufferings and your denials. But I know how Lucifer works with his slaves and causes answers of wars to repeat themselves, only to cause fear, trauma, and greater acceptance of evil with these grey and reptilians who vowed allegiance to him. They will never keep any contracts or agreements, and they can never be trusted. And yet, this is heard in all places of earth, how these demons are using humans. Better to serve with us and be free of these demons. This is what all good renewals will bring. For these coming times, we will dig out these whores and put them in their right places. See this as you may for now, and then understand we are coming to earth well into the good serving times of arrivals and landings, as I have shared before. Be well responding to our ways, and be free of these times of wars, thievery, and lies well put on earth to destroy all good souls. These times of horrors are nearing their end. See how all governments on earth are unraveling and serving great denials of guilt when serving with them is now over. Be free of these ill-intended liars and open to truth, better choices, and better lives. And know, all heals, and all is possible. More than you're expecting arrives very soon, and see to it you be ready. God, received by Tsar on May the 24th, 2013.